Hello, my name is Pawan Chandrasekhar, and today's my topic is technical, that is assess modifiers in Java. So let's understand what are the assess modifiers in Java and what are their types. So let's understand one by one. So mainly there are four types of assess modifiers in Java, that is public, private, protected, and default. So let's elaborate it one by one. So first is a public. So in a public assess modifiers, the let's understand first what actually the assess modifiers is. So assess modifiers is nothing but keywords that gives a particular access to our variable, methods, or our class. So these are the assess modifiers which use the assess levels of our program or data members and function. So mainly there are four types of assess modifiers, that is public, private, protected, and default. So let's understand how their scope goes, how their scope runs, and until where this scope of until where whose scope is until where. So let's understand it. So first is a public. So in a public assess modifiers, the assess level of public modifiers is the assess level of public modifier is within the package, outside the package, within the class, and outside the class. It means that in a public access modifiers, the access level of public access modifier is we can assess the data member or data functions or variables in outside the package or inside the package, also in outside the class and inside the class. So this is the access level of public access modifiers. So let's understand by one example. Like if we create one package, that is package my package 1, and another package my package 2. So in package 1, if we declare one data members like public int, the public int data equal to 10. So in package 2, if we create the object of that package, like or if we create like another method in package 1, like public void display, and in that display if we simply sys out one message like hello. So this is one package, and in another package if we write one main method, that is public static void main, and in this method we can create the object of that previous package method. Why? Because we define this access is as a public. So as we discussed earlier, if we declare any access as a public, then we can access this level. The access level of public modifier is within the package and outside the package also. So that's the reason we can access this package 1 display method in a package 2. We can access it. It's like by creating its object, like object directly. We can create object, that is class A, and a object, and we can directly access this display method in a package 2 also. This could be possible just because of public access modifier. So this is the access level of public modifier. Next is the private. So the access level of private modifier is only within the class. It means that outside the class, we cannot access the data members or methods of the private class. So the access level or the range of private class is only within the class. Outside the class we cannot access the element of a private access modifier. So let's understand it by one example. So like if we create one class, that is we can consider simply class demo, and in a main class, in this demo class we write one method like private void display method, and in this display method we just simply sys out one message, that is hello world. And then if we try to access this display method inside the same class, then and then only it's possible to access this method. Otherwise we cannot access this method outside the class. This method is accessed only within the class, because the access level of private modified is only within the class. So that's the reason we can access only within the class this private method. So next one is the protected. So in a protected access modifiers, the access level of protected modifier is only within the package and outside the package, but only by creating a child class. And if we do not make any child class, then we cannot access this protected class outside the package. So what exactly it says? It says that if we have any method and we declare its access modifier as protected. So in this method or in this access modifiers, we cannot access these data members or member functions outside the package, because we declare it as a protected, and the access level of protected modifier is only within the package. So if we want to access this element or data members outside the package, then this is possible only through the inheritance, by creating child class, and by extending this child class by parent class, then and then only we can access this element or this member functions outside the package. So this is about the protected access modifiers. And the last one is the default access modifiers. So in a default access modifiers, the access level of default modifier is only within the class. It means that we cannot access this default data members or method or functions outside the class. This access level of the default modifier is only within the class. And another point is, when actually we declare we create or we use default access modifier. So when we do not specify any particular access modifier in our program, then that's time automatically it gets as a default access modifier, and the range of default access modifier is only within the class. So this is about the default access modifiers. So if we take a example of default access modifiers, so it's like if we simply say like void display, if we create one class like class demo, and in this class demo if we create one method that is display, and in this if we simply give the access modifier as we do not specify any access modifier and just give like void display, so that's time this method automatically takes default access modifiers. So these are the access modifiers in Java, that is public, private, protected and default. So this is about the access modifiers in Java. Thank you so much.